Hello guys, today we'll discuss the problems of code forces round 645 division 2. We will discuss three problems. For timestamp you can check description. First problem was parking light. In this we have a parking lot which have M cross N grid and which will have streets according to which we have to light whole park, and a light can only light two shells. So for every shell we have to calculate the number of minimum required lights for lightening the whole grid. So let's check the approach. So what we have to do is we have to light all these cells. Let's consider this example. We have to light this grid. So a single light can grid a single light, or these lines representing here are the streets, and all these are the streets 1 2 3 4. For each cell we have 4 streets. So what we have to do is, if we put a light on a street, it can light two shells, this one and this one both. So we have to calculate the number of lights required for every shell, that every shell gets light. So we have to check for each case. First, if the both N and M are even. If both N and M are even, in this case N equals to 1 2 3 4 5 and M is 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So let's consider 4 cross 6 matrix. So for how many lights we required? 1 2 3 4 5 6, now 7 8 9 10 11 and 12, just double of 6, or we can also say 6 and half of M. Let's do for odd one. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and in the below line we can put in cross 1 2 3. So 3, and these all will be summed up. Now let's see the code. Code will be pretty simple. We can take two variables and then multiply them, and then for in case in the light probability we have to increment that by 1 and then divide by 2. So we will get the answer. Now let's see the second question. Second question was about a lady, Marina, who invites some guest to its courtyard, but guest gives some condition that if this much number of guests is present already in courtyard, then only they can attend the party. And second condition was that the Marina can't invite those who can't satisfy the condition, and Marina can invite more than once at a time, and the guests which are coming are also countable for each time. Let's check the example. In first example we have this list in which we have to check that first example we have to check that this list is correct or not. This one, first one. Now first, for this simple approach is there. We take the minimum number required guest, means the guest which requires less number of guests at beginning. In first case we take both ones. Now the guest becomes 3 in one, including Marina also. We have to include Marina also in the number of guests, so it become to be 3. Now we invite both 2s, so 2 and two guests more, and previously it has 3 plus 1 4 guests. Now it become 5. Now I invited 3 and these 3 both. Now the number of guests are 5, which is greater than 3, then both will be included, then it becomes 6. Now both 4 will be implied, then it will become 8, and then 5, then it will become 9. So for first one it is 9. Now let's check the second example. In this, first we took 1, so number of guests become 2. Then we can invite 2, then it become 2. Then we can't invite 5 because number of guests are 3 only. Let's go and check 4. We can't invite 4 also because the number of guests is 3 only. Now let's go and check 6. 6 can't be used. 7 also, and 8 also. 9 for all. Now let's check for 2, 4 and 5. If 4 and 5 comes, then what is the condition? 1 2 3 4, it becomes 4. But for 5 the condition becomes false. That's why we can't invite both. Now let's invite 4 5 and 6, then also the condition becomes false for 6. Same for 7 and 8 also. But if invite 9 also, then condition becomes number of guests for 4 also it is 9, but we have 2 9s, so the condition becomes to be 9. So we have an easy approach. First we sort the array. In first case, the sorted array will be 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 and 1 5. So the final we will take the elements according to a number. First we will take 1, then 2, then 1 1, then 2, then 2, then 3, then 3, and so on till the end element. And we check that if the number of current guests are satisfying the condition or not. If not, then we will put them in, we will increment another array, on stand integer, which will count the guests which are on stand, and then till end we will count the guest according to which. Let's see the code of this also. The code for this we will check. We will first take the input, then we will sort it, then initializing current and ongoing. Current will be storing the number of current guests, and ongoing will be storing the standby guest. If then we are checking the current status, current plus ongoing, that the condition is satisfied or not. If condition is satisfied, then we will increment current and initialize ongoing again. If not, then we will increment ongoing, and simply the answer will come. Now let's check the third one. Third one question was a bit tricky, but it was easier. The question was that a person is there which is filling infinite matrix exactly, means it is going, let's take this example. It is making this a matrix grid, and it is going from zigzag like this, 1 then 1, 2, then this, and now this, like this. It is the person is moving. We have given 2 coordinates of shells, suppose this and this. We have to find that how many times a person can go to these both points, and the restricted paths are, we can go on left or on right, or we can go to the right or to the downwards also, downwards only. So let's check for these both points. The condition is 1 2 3 4 5. It becomes to be 5, and the points are 1, 2 and for this one it is 4 comma 4. It's a totally maths based question because a simple formula applies and the question become very simple. And the formula was that we have to take input and subtract the initial values of both points and the final values of both points, sorry, the x coordinates of both point and y coordinates of both point, and subtract each other from the x coordinates and y coordinates and add one for extra one move, and then the question becomes easy and the solution comes. And this is a very simple question but a tricky one to observe the condition. Thank you guys. For more such content, like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe.